Good morning, children. Today we're going to have the story of the birth of Moses. So, we have the desert box because we have many important stories to tell. And the desert is a wild and dangerous place. The wind blows. It's always changing. It's hot, very hot in the day, and very cold at night. There's very little water out there. Once, all of the children were very hungry. They cried and cried, even when they were asleep. Their parents heard them, but they had no food to give them. There was no food. So they decided they had to move to find food. So they set off towards Egypt. When they came to Egypt, they found a good place to live and build their houses. It was by the river, on a hill overlooking the river. They stayed in Egypt for a long time. One day, a new king called Pharaoh saw that the numbers of the people of God kept growing and growing. They were becoming powerful, and Pharaoh was afraid. He was afraid of them, so he decided to make them his slaves. He trapped all of the people of God. He would not let them go. He made them work for him. They had to live where Pharaoh said. They had to do what Pharaoh said. They had to eat what Pharaoh said. They could not do anything they wanted to do. But still, more babies were born. The people of God grew in numbers. One day, Pharaoh did a terrible thing. He gave an order to his soldiers to kill all the baby boys that were born. But one mother decided she would make a special grass basket and fill it with tar to keep the water from getting in there. And then she placed her baby in the basket. And hid him in the tall rushes of grass. His sister stayed by the edge to see what would happen with the baby. Pharaoh's daughter and her lady-in-waiting came to the river to bathe. The lady-in-waiting saw the basket and went to get it. She brought the basket to the Pharaoh's daughter. There was a baby inside. The baby started crying. The Pharaoh's daughter decided to name the baby Moses, meaning he was brought out of the water. The baby's sister ran over and said, "Would you like me to find someone to take care of the baby for you?" The Pharaoh's daughter said yes. So the sister went to get the baby's real mother. So the Pharaoh's daughter said, "Take this baby boy and raise him until he is 3 years old. Then bring him back to me in the palace, and I will raise him as my own." So they brought the baby back. And raised him until he was 3 years old. And then they took him to the Pharaoh's daughter. And she raised him